right. All right. I will be going live on YouTube and TikTok. That's why if you see me looking at different screens, that's the reason why. And just a moment. Just set everything on TikTok as well. All right. So hello everybody. I'm Nelly, and today's live is on a different topic, which is double standards. I'll wait for more people to join, and then we can start off. Basically, today we're going to talk about something that I have experienced, observed many times as a woman, and I would like to share my experience. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. My name is Nelly, and today we're going to talk about double standards. I've touched upon this topic before, but it was in a different context. It was in the context of intimate relationships and double standards between men and women. But today, the topic will be a little bit different, or the context will be different. And the context will be actually about all the experiences that I think not only myself, but a lot and many women experience when it comes to their daily lives. And how this relates to double standards. Hello, everybody. Hi, honey. I'm good. I hope you're okay as well. I'm looking at different screens because I'm live on TikTok and YouTube. So, the topic of today's live is double standards in women's daily life, in the women's daily routine. And what I mean by that is that I actually have a couple of recent situations which made me or motivated me to create this content, because it wasn't something out of ordinary. It wasn't something that it didn't happen to me before, but probably I was so used to this kind of double standards that it's you, when somebody's used to something, you start accepting it as something normal, right? So what I mean by that, as a woman and as a personality that is very extroverted, my personality is as such, I love going out. I love eating outside at restaurants. I like going out to have a drink outside. I live in Madrid, and here this culture is very popular as well. The weather helps a lot about it. So many people are outside enjoying a drink or eating something in the restaurants, in the terraces, as they call it here. So I do that as well. I do it with friends. I go out with friends. I go out with family members. I go out alone as well. And where the double standards come is when I compare my experiences when I'm out and about by myself, as opposed to when I'm with a company, either a friend, a colleague, a family member, it doesn't matter. So what happened to me recently, and what's been happening to me many times when I go out to eat or have a drink by myself, is that Sometimes I get approached by men, and even if, okay, with the men that approach me, I've been asked recently, how come I'm alone? A beautiful woman like me is alone, and what I'm why I have decided to come to this restaurant to eat alone, and questions like that. So actually, when I was asked this, I even didn't understand what was actually the reason behind these questions. And I kind of felt uncomfortable because I had to explain myself why I decided to go out alone, why I decided to go to this place, why I decided to go out at this particular time to have a drink, or a or to eat something, to grab something to eat, right? And after this encounter, this actually made me think about the double standards and how this example is actually related with the topic of this live. Is that thinking about this and how uncomfortable these questions made me feel, then I started to remember other times when either I was asked this, uh, sometimes by waiters, by, in a friendly manner, like, oh, why you're alone, are you alone here? And I never thought it could be for something else, but just out of curiosity, and I never thought of anything as double standards. However, thinking about my experiences and how many times I've been asked this question when I'm out and about by myself, I started observing and remembering also that I've seen many times men also sitting at a table alone, checking their phone, having a drink, eating alone, and they would never ask, "Oh, why are you alone here? What are you doing in this place? Why did you just decide to come here and have a drink in this restaurant?" You know, nobody asks these questions, or it's very rare. But I've been asked this many, many times. Like almost every time when I go to a new place, even if it's not the first time, the second or the third time, if I repeat and go to the same place, I've been asked the same question. Why you're here, like alone, girl, beautiful woman here by herself? And I had to kind of explain myself that I just decided to go out and have a drink or have lunch by myself. So that's what I mean by double standards. It's not the same for a man to go out and just live his life, have a drink, and do whatever he wants. Nobody is questioning that. But when a woman goes out by herself, especially if she's attractive, then there's a lot of suspicion. Why she's there? Is she looking for something? And that kind of questions actually, as I said, made me feel uncomfortable that I'm having to explain why I want to live my life and have a drink somewhere. And and these are like really daily life experiences that women actually have, which are completely different than men. And another thing is, the solo traveler experiences. It's very different if you're a solo traveler as a woman as opposed to a solo traveler as a man. And I could share my recent experience in Egypt. It was the same, but it happened to me everywhere where I was traveling by myself. where people, men, especially men, ask me, am I alone here? Why am traveling alone? Um, do I have a boyfriend? Am I married? I've been asked such questions by completely unknown men that are like in the hotel. They could be the staff in the hotel, and that actually really happened to me. Or, restaurant staff or anybody. Like they have the audacity to, come to you. I mean, I could give you an example with my last trip to Egypt, where I was just in my resort sunbathing, and the restaurant staff, the waiter or the animators come to you, and they ask you questions about, okay, if you want something to eat, drink, or if you're interested in some activity. And then the second question is, are you here alone? That was my absolutely daily experience. Hello, everybody. And it was so strange to me because I don't think they ask men the same question. And why I think this way is because when I share these experiences with my brother or with some male colleague or a friend, they were like, I never experienced that. Nobody really asked me when I was sitting at a restaurant and having lunch or a dinner or a drink. Nobody asked me why I'm here alone and what I'm doing here and why I'm in this restaurant or why I'm traveling alone. It's not like something common. I mean, it may happen if a friend of mine would meet a group of people and they start chatting. Oh, what are you doing? No, no, no. Are you traveling alone? That's normal. But asking questions such as, are you single? Are you married? Etc. This was never something that my acquaintances or friends or colleagues experienced. So it's it's just completely different. And this morning I listened to another content creator, a woman, a Bulgarian woman, who was actually sharing something similar. And actually, that was also another reason why I decided to make this live and talk about these things, because I was like, I'm not really alone. This happens to a lot and many, many women. And she was talking more about double standards in the context of how she's being treated when she's alone, as opposed to when she is with her boyfriend or husband. I don't remember. And I felt the same way. Like the level of respect that I get as a woman if I am with my boyfriend or partner, and when I'm completely alone, is also very different. And it's just, as I said, it's just the double standards of really daily, the daily errands, the daily activities that we do, as something so simple such as going out to eat, that you're having to explain yourself why you're eating alone, why you're having a drink alone, what I'm looking for here. Am I looking for somebody here? That's why I'm alone. Am I okay that I'm alone and having a drink? That kind of questions. And it's just a real life examples that I'm giving to you. And it happens to me everywhere where I go. It's not even something cultural, I would say. I'm Bulgarian, I live in Spain, I travel and I go to many places. It's basically, the difference is not big. It happens everywhere. So it's it's so different how we women live our lives, and having to explain ourselves in for something so simple, so natural as, going out by yourself. And I see that a lot of people have joined. I don't know if you, as I see that most of you are men, uh, but also for the ladies who join, if you had any experience like that, you can comment. But indeed, it's something that now I expect it, and since I go out by myself many times, I really enjoy it. I enjoy my own company, and sometimes I just want to be by myself, and that's a great experience, and it's something that gives you a lot of freedom, that you're able to do that without any concerns, that you're able to go out and enjoy your own company without being questioned about it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. Okay. Do you have any questions or comments before I close the live? Okay, I'm just scrolling up to see if I haven't missed anything. Thank you very much for your gifts. I appreciate that. You're very kind. All right. Okay. If there are no other questions or comments, thank you so much for joining this short live. I hope you found it interesting. And yeah, we'll see each other very soon again. Bye.